This presentation will develop communication and refusal skills. Communication allows us to express our thoughts and deal with conflict. Let's look at different communication styles and how they can help us with refusal skills. It's not always bad to use the passive communication style. For example, if someone asks you to do something that has no negative consequences, it's okay to be passive. If someone asks you where you want to eat for lunch or what do you want to watch on TV, and it really doesn't matter, it's okay to be passive. However, when someone is trying to pressure you into a bad decision, don't be passive. Passivity can be seen as unsure or easily influenced. People will often continue to pressure passive people into doing something until the passive person either uses another communication style or does what the individual wants them to do. It is okay to upset or disappoint someone if they are trying to get you to go beyond your set limits. Assertive. The assertive style clearly and convincingly communicates intentions. The goal is to communicate that you do or do not agree with the suggested activity. An assertive person might also recommend alternative activities if the one suggested is risky. A lot of people will respect the assertive stance and stop pressuring you to get involved with risky behaviors. However, if a person continues to pressure you after you have clearly stated your intentions, it is okay to get aggressive. To be aggressive means you forcefully give your opinion, end the conversation, and walk away if necessary. Some people will continue to pressure an assertive person. When that happens, it is okay to get aggressive, but never okay to get violent. Being aggressive may upset someone, but may be necessary to avoid being pressured into a risky behavior or situation. Stand up for your best interests and future. As communicators, we use more than words to express our thoughts. What you say is the words you choose. How you say it, that's your tone, the way you say it, and how loud you say it. Your appearance. This is one of the first things people notice. Whether it's right or wrong, people are often judged by the way they appear. Your appearance is the first impression of you. Body language. Your body language is the way you dress, walk, stand, or sit. Is your head up or down? Are you looking away or at someone else when they are talking to you? These are all body language cues. Listening. Carefully listen to what others have to say and give your full attention. Sometimes getting assertive or aggressive can offend someone. It's okay to offend someone if they're trying to push you to get involved with risky behaviors. Negative peer pressure may result in participation of risky behaviors such as drug, tobacco, or alcohol use, violence, or other dangerous activities. When teens are confronted with negative peer pressure, they must use their communication skills to clearly express refusal. Still, it is sometimes difficult to say no. Let's discuss why it may be difficult to say no and why they aren't good reasons. Teens often comment that they know they should say no, but have trouble saying no. What are some reasons? Teens may say they have a hard time because they want to be cool. They don't want to lose their friends. They think the activity isn't that big of a deal. They think everyone's doing it, or they think they will hurt their friends' feelings. Are any of these good reasons for risky behavior? On the screen, you will see the yes-no refusal technique. Imagine that your boyfriend or girlfriend asks you to sneak behind the bleachers to make out. In the situation, you said yes to the relationship. I want to spend time with you, but no to the behavior. I don't want to leave the game. And yes to the alternative. Let's just go to the concession stand. I'm thirsty. This is an example of a refusal skill, but there are situations where something is illegal or very dangerous. If this happens, you will want to say no, be firm in your response, and use the no body language. We reviewed the yes, no, yes technique with this example. Now let's take this example a bit further. Why might you sneak behind the bleachers? What could happen if you did? Don't answer that out loud. We all know what happens behind the bleachers. By using communication skills, you can develop healthy relationships and avoid unhealthy relationships. It is important to realize the different types of relationships you are in and how they influence you. Let's look at 3 types of relationships. You know you're in a healthy relationship where there is encouragement to do well in school, be involved in activities that promote your talents and skills, motivate you to excel in life. And in a healthy relationship, there's trust and honesty. There's also safety. And there is absence of risky behaviors. Can you name some other characteristics of healthy relationships? Experiencing fear or pressure to become involved in an activity that you know could possibly lead to harm or be illegal is a sign of an unhealthy relationship. If you find yourself making bad decisions or getting in trouble when a particular person or group with a particular person or group, this could signal a relationship that is unhealthy. An unhealthy relationship may also include being constantly put down or discouraged to do well in school. Can you name some other characteristics of unhealthy relationships? Unhealthy relationships may lead to dangerous relationships. This occurs when an unhealthy relationship leads to a dangerous situation that is illegal or hazardous to your immediate health. Can you think of ways that this could happen? Some examples include violence, gangs, use of weapons, drug use, alcohol use, tobacco use, or illegal acts, stealing, causing harm to others, etc. So, like before, you're the expert. Try to identify the type of relationships described in the next few slides, healthy or unhealthy. Samantha has always wanted to be a dancer. She's thinking about trying out for her high school dance team, but when she tells her boyfriend Alex, he discourages her. Alex tells Samantha that she is not a good enough dancer to be on the dance team. Sounds like my 8th period. What kind of relationship do you think is demonstrated by this slide? The correct answer is unhealthy. Alex is discouraging Samantha from following her dreams instead of encouraging her to try her best. Tim just moved to a new school and wants to make new friends. One day, John, the coolest guy at school, asked Tim to come over to his house to hang out, drink alcohol, and smoke marijuana with some other kids from school. Tim knows that drinking alcohol and smoking marijuana is illegal, but he wants to be one of the guys. What kind of relationship do you think is demonstrated by this slide? Of course, the correct answer is a dangerous relationship. John is potentially putting Tim in a dangerous situation in which he would be pressured to participate in illegal activities. Jennifer's having trouble in math class. She says she's no good at math. If she doesn't do well on the next exam, she may not be eligible to continue as a cheerleader. Samuel was planning to go to a movie with his other friends, but tells Jennifer that he will help her with the math homework after school. What kind of relationship do you think is demonstrated by this slide? The correct answer is a healthy relationship. Recall the communication styles that we learned earlier in the video. Can anybody name all 3? Of course, the correct answers are passive, assertive, and aggressive. The passive communication style does not want to cause conflict and sometimes does what the other person wants just to keep the peace. It's not always bad to use the passive communication style. For example, if someone asks you to do something that has no negative consequences, it's okay to be passive. This type of communication style can be used in healthy relationships. The assertive communication style is much more self-confident than the passive style, yet still tries not to offend. The goal is to communicate that you do not agree with the suggested activity without offending someone. This communication style should be used in unhealthy or dangerous relationships. However, if a person continues to pressure you after you have been assertive, it's okay to get aggressive. To be aggressive means you forcefully give your opinion in the conversation and walk away if necessary. Some people will continue to pressure an assertive person. When that happens, it is okay to get aggressive, but it's never okay to get violent. This communication style is appropriate for unhealthy or dangerous relationships if an assertive communication style does not work. The end.